See, y'all don't like it when I'm nice. Y'all only like it when I'm ignorant. So that's exactly what you get.
Hitman Boxing, hit that like and subscribe button, hashtag ASBC. You know, I thought I was done for tonight, but you know what? I'm going to drop a couple more gems as we got to expose one more fraud before tonight's end, and that's Keith One Time Thurman, or should I say Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. Keith used to get knockouts. Now this motherfucker don't even box no more, Thurman. Keith, I seen you once in the last 2 years, Thurman. Keith, where the fuck is you at, Thurman? Your team was dropping some videos about you getting back in shape and back in the ring, but they decided to pull those videos in lieu of you coming back because they knew that we were going to ask who Keith Thurman was going to fight next. And that's if he ever decided to get his bum ass back in the ring. Now, this info's been circulating the internet for a while, but I just feel like getting on here talking shit about Keith Thurman because I don't give a fuck about Keith Thurman. I don't give a fuck if he wants to have a family. I don't give a fuck if he wants to get married. The only thing I care about is you getting back in the ring and getting your ass beat by Errol Spence. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. You know why I don't care about nothing else? Because I don't give a shit about his personal life. I watch boxing. I watch boxing to see motherfuckers get their ass beat on a regular basis. And Keith, once upon a time, Keefy Poo, has deprived me of that shit for the better part of a year. He got stripped by the WBC. And now you need to lose that WBA belt. I don't know if you're the super champion or the whatever the fuck the WBA got going on. They need to consolidate them belts, man. Like when I first opened my shit, my YouTube channel, the WBA was supposed to be consolidating them titles and they ain't done shit. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the WBA. Two champions. You got one fraud and Manny Pacquiao so fucking juiced up. He beat the living shit out of that Argentinian boy. That motherfucker done retired from boxing. He got his ass beat so bad, but the motherfucker was taking money under the table. He was taking money under the table. It was like, hey, I can't even remember this dude's name, man. What the hell is his name? Oh, Lucas Matisse. Lucas Matisse. It was like, hey, Lucas, man, look, check this out, bruh. You gonna take this extra couple of dollars, right? One, you're gonna have to let Pacquiao juice up to his eyelids. That's first. Two, you're gonna have to let him beat your ass for a few rounds. And three, we're gonna need you to quit in the middle of getting your ass beat. And what did Lucas Matisse do? He quit. Because he wasn't shit anyway. Just like Manny Pacquiao ain't shit either. But there's somebody who trumps all of these motherfuckers, and that's Keefy Poo. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ain't shit, man. Like, you be faking injuries and shit. What you say, you got an elbow injury this time? And he showed us a picture of him. He put some motherfucking mud on his elbow or some shit. You fucking dropping elbows on motherfuckers in a mosh pit or something. You know, Keith Thurman like to do weird shit like that. Go to raves and shit, get high as fuck. You know what? This is all speculation. I don't know what Keith Thurman does in his personal time, but all I know is he's a rags to riches looking motherfucker. Don't know where to buy a fucking suit from. Seen this you know, I ain't gonna get into the story about when I met Keith Thurman because y'all ain't gonna believe this shit anyway. So why even tell it? But back to some boxing shit about Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman is going to come back, I don't know, maybe 2027 with a PS7. Like, I don't know. Like, Keith Thurman, like, he never coming back, man. He never dropping again, man. He never going to drop again. He never dropping shit. You know, you got married, cool. You probably about to have a kid on the way or some shit, congrats. But fuck you at the same time. So come back and defend that WBA belt, the regular, super, duper, nooper belt, whatever the fuck that shit is. Defend that shit against Josesito Lopez. Shouldn't have took me this long to get into who he's fighting next, right? Josesito Lopez. A guy who got 7 losses, been knocked out, what, 3 or 4 times. Motherfucker going the distance with, he goes the distance with motherfuckers with 12 and 11. 12 wins, 11 losses. And you go in the distance with people like that. You're not even on TV. You fighting Josesito Lopez. Motherfucker claim to fame is breaking Victor Ortiz's jaw. And Victor Ortiz loses to everybody, so it don't matter. Josesito Lopez ain't shit. If you ask me to look into a crowd and pick out Josesito Lopez, I probably couldn't pick that motherfucker out. He ain't done shit. But we're not taking nothing away from Keith Thurman, man. Like, Keith Thurman, he beat Shawn Porter. He beat Danny Garcia. But aside from that, what the fuck has Keith Thurman done, man? He ain't done shit. But fake injuries, getting a fake mock car accidents as a crash test dummy and fucking crash his whip. Motherfucker posted a picture of his car after the accident. Windows all taped up and shit. Now, this is supposed to be like right after it happened and shit too, man. Like, it's just comical, man. And then I guess Danny Garcia broke his hey, I guess Danny Garcia messed up his elbow. This motherfucker was talking about some shit. He has some loose bone. This nigga say he has some loose bone fragments in his elbow. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, loose bone fragments in your elbow? Like, that shit ain't real, all right? You ain't had no loose shit in your elbow. You was just like, hey, I'm about to take this vacation. I got 2 belts, a bad bitch in Nepal, about to go get married, and then come back to the U.S., having gained like a couple 100 pounds, put out these fake-ass training videos. Why y'all like Keith Thurman? He's a fraud. Like, this motherfucker's a fraud, man. This motherfucker eat his cereal with a fork and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, Keith. We don't believe you. You need more people, Thurman. But anyway, like, the landscape has changed so much since Keith Thurman left. Like, he used to be the guy, and then he disappeared. Then Terrence Crawford come up. Errol Spence on to come up. Everybody talking about them two. Ain't nobody talking about Keith no more. And then to y'all motherfuckers that say Keith Thurman is on some playing the back on some Mayweather shit. Nope. Keith Thurman don't make that kind of money, man. He's not a draw. Keith Thurman ain't no draw. Like, what legendary, like, buy rates has Keith Thurman had? How many pay-per-views Keith Thurman sold? Huh, Keith? How many pay-per-views you sold, Keith? 0? You ain't done shit, man. Look, I hope this video prompts you to come out, talk to the media or something, man. Like, get your shit lined up. Get your beard lined up before you start talking to the media. Get that unibrow lined up, B. Get that unibrow waxed, B. I don't know how y'all get down in Florida, man, but I heard some fucked up shit about Florida, so. But Keith Thurman will come back, beat the living shit out of Josesito Lopez. Probably stop him inside of 6 rounds. And then he gonna disappear again. Once we get to the post-fight interview, they'll be like, hey, what's next for Keefy Poo? This nigga gonna be like, well, I'm really interested in unifying my belts. Like, no, you're not. You ain't interested in that shit. Because if you was interested in unifying your belts, you would have been did that shit, right? Like, you been a marked man. You had to drop that green belt. WBA was like, fuck you. We're gonna make Pacquiao the super champion. I don't know. I don't know if Pacquiao the super champion or if he's the super regular centennial, bicentennial, quarterly champ. That shit don't make no sense, man. They're just trying to get more money off their sanctioning fees, man. Man, Keith Thurman just need to go ahead and join up with Eddie Hearn, man. You want to fight once a year, at least fight 3 bums a year. Like, that's cool. At least just fight 3 bums. Like, I'm not even going to be upset if you fight 3 bums a year, because at least we get to see you on TV. If I was a Keith Thurman fan, I'd be upset because I don't get to see this guy fight. All I'm saying is, Keith Thurman, man, you need to reevaluate your shit. Go back to the drawing board. Get your shit braided up. Get that taper on the side. You know what I'm saying? And just get back in the ring and spar a little bit at least, man. You fucking career welterweight. Ain't never fought in no other weight class. Oh, well, you fought in the amateurs at like 154 or some shit. Demetrius Andrade beat the fuck out of you. But it's all good. We're going to see Keith Thurman get beat the fuck up. Sooner or later. You're going to have to fight Spence. Shit, he might not even be the same. I hope he is, though, when he come back from that elbow injury. I ain't never seen nobody get hurt so much and be out so long. Like, this nigga had elbow surgery, but we see a video of him sparring motherfuckers in the park. Like, what is you doing? Like, this motherfucker's like Bigfoot. Never see that motherfucker. Ever. Hitman Boxing, you know, I'm not the one that made up this article. This article's on Boxing News 24 or some shit. Here we go. And this shit's all from like Angel Garcia. He's keeping it real, man. Like, and this information's been like circulated around the internet and shit, but Keith Thurman got an O, and that motherfucker's terrified to let that shit go. It's just a matter of who you gonna sell it to, Keith. You gonna sell it to Spence, Keith? You gonna sell it to Crawford, Keith? Or you gonna try to fight Pacquiao? But look, if you fight Pacquiao, you're gonna have to let him juice up, because you the B side to Pacquiao's A side. And Pacquiao, he afraid of needles, man. He don't do no drug testing. Motherfucker beat the living shit out of Lucas Matisse. Made that motherfucker retire and shit. But it's all good. They probably about to... this video ain't gonna be up long at all. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. #ASBC, LDBCK, we out this bitch.